Worried about the pre-trip inspection test? We've got you covered. Hey everyone, this is Ehsan from Canada Trust Driving School, and in this video series we're going to talk about the Schedule 1 inspection procedure for the Ontario road test for Class A. Now, there are a lot of different videos out there, instructional videos on how to do the inspection and the step-by-step method to memorize and do. Why we decided to do a new video and jump in is that, first of all, it's been demanded for quite some time now, but the real reason is that is not enough for us. Those videos, they are usually focused on what to memorize and what to do to pass the road test. And as many of you already know, that's not enough for Canada Trust. We have to understand what we're doing. We have to know the reason behind why we do what we do, to be able to be a better driver, to be able to be a more confident and safer driver, and as a result, be able to easily pass the road test. So in this series, the difference that this series is going to have with majority of the videos that are out there with regards to the Schedule 1 is that we are going to both explain what we do and why we do it, and then perform it the way that the examiner expects of you on the road test. So if you are interested in learning everything and to be able to kind of understand why you're doing what you're doing and become a professional driver as we expect all of our students to be, stick with us. We're going to go through all of the information together, and there's going to be a lot of useful information for you in there. Now, in this particular video, we're going to talk about the generality of what the pre-trip inspection is and what you should expect on the road test. So as you know, there is a paper called a list of defects called the Schedule 1. The Schedule 1 gives you a framework with regards to what to check on a tractor trailer and what is your duty to check as a professional driver. Now, some of these defects are minor defects. Minor defects, you have to record the minor defects when you find one. You also have to report it to the operator right away that, listen guys, dispatch, I found this defect on the truck. However, you are allowed to keep driving the truck until you get to a destination that you can get it fixed, up to 24 hours. And if in 2 consecutive days, that defect is in your logbook, electronic logbook, or the inspection handbook, that is not acceptable. Now, on the other side, there are some defects that are major. If you find them, the truck is out of service. So you have to report it to the operator still. You have to record it in the inspection book or the logbook. However, you are not allowed to drive the vehicle anymore. You have to park it and contact the dispatch and wait for further instruction as to what to do. And it's your responsibility to not move the truck, okay? In terms of the road test, what I can tell you is the way to pass the pre-employment part of the road test is to completely understand what you're checking and know the reason behind it. And at the same time, be very confident about it. So the pre-trip inspection is usually the first part of your road test, and it sets the tone for the rest of your road test. So if you're shaky on the pre-trip inspection and you need to pause a lot and you need to think and you need to work hard to remember what to do, that will tell the examiner that you're not quite there yet. So the examiner will look at it in a sense that, okay, this person, they might not be ready, so let me take a close look at what they do here and on the road to see if they are or not. But if you do the pre-trip inspection confidently and with a nice pace and cohesively, that's going to set a very good pace for the rest of the road test. You're going to have less stress, the examiner is going to have less stress. So it's a very big part of your road test. So that I would advise that you take it seriously. You start studying for it from early on. And when you get closer to the end of the program, you should already be 100% on it and focus on the things that are more skill-based, like the driving, the backing, okay? And a lot of the students ask how to study for the pre-trip. What is the best way to study for the pre-trip inspection? The best way that I can recommend is that there are two different things. Memory, basically obtaining a knowledge, that is watching videos like ours, that is reading the manuals, that is learning. But that is not the same as the retrieval of that information. That retrieval is with practice, comes with practice. So if you have watched our videos 40 times, thank you, but that's not enough. You have to take the schedule one, and if you have access to a truck, practice it on a truck. If you don't, practice it on your own car. And if you don't, practice it at home. Give the schedule one to your partner, to your friend, and ask them to ask you the questions. And start explaining how you would do it. That explaining is a good practice for you to be able to retrieve that information and categorize everything in your mind, so that on the day of the road test, especially when the stress kicks in, you're not flustered and you are not looking in your mind to see what you were supposed to say and what you were supposed to do. It automatically comes to you. So that is the biggest tip that I can give you. Let's go through the series together. Let's watch the videos, and let's help you understand why we do what we do and the reason behind it. And my request is, whether you are one of our students or we didn't have the pleasure of having you with us, please watch these videos, make use of them, and then start practicing them. That practicing part is extremely important. Let's do everything the right way, the best way to become professional drivers and to be able to be on the road safely and have a very long and successful career. So without further ado, let's get into the series.